All right, we should be good now. Now I just gotta go ahead and sorry, you guys, just moving everything around and plugging everything back in. Issues happen, but no, Will Kid, thank you for joining man early. I got a couple answers for the questions you're gonna ask me. Just give me 1 second. So now I gotta copy and paste this to all the other scenes. Copy this. There we go. That should work there. The way I do it to the minimal string. Boom. There we go. All right. I think that's everything, right? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, be right back on. It doesn't need it. All right, here we go. Move over to the intermission. Let's do our little intro, and then we got it. What's up, you guys? Welcome to the episode of Blowing Cartridge. Sorry for the mic issues. I was running around doing everything all at once. What's up? Hi, how are you guys? For anybody watching live, thank you for joining live. For anybody watching the replay, thank you for joining on the replay. Make sure you comment down because this stream is going to be a little special. Blowing Cartridge is either a vlog where I come and I talk to you guys face to face, or where we play old school video games. And today we're gonna be playing my favorite video game, one of my favorite video games of all time. Not my favorite Zelda, but one of my top 5. Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. What's up, Mr. Anonymous? Thank you for joining, man. So with this stream, we're gonna do a little something different. I want you guys to ask me questions. I want to get better at talking while the camera's rolling. So ask me questions just so I could get used to that kind of, you know, commentary while recording, while playing. I know I kind of do a bit of a good job, but when I'm not live and I'm actually recording, I have to cut out so much dead space in between. But yes, we're here. We're gonna play some Legend of Zelda. I'm excited. Finally moved, new house, new room, bigger than the last one. You guys can't really see it because, you know, I kind of got it here. My setup looks amazing. I need one more screen. I need one more screen. Excited. All right, let's get to it. For anybody watching the replay, ask me anything you want to know. It could either be about me, it could be a random question. If I'm not mistaken, I've moved this stream a couple of times because I was in the middle of moving, and I think Wicked one time even asked me, "Why is water wet?" And if I'm not mistaken, I think I did my research, and I think it's because of the hydrogen within the oxygen that makes water. I forgot, but but yeah, it's something like that. But let's get into it. Let's at least start up the game, and then we'll start going into the questions. For whatever reason, if the chat is a little bit dead and you guys just chilling, eating your snacks, watching me play, I got a random question generator right here pulled up, and I'll answer questions that way. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. First things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. Let's switch over to the minimal stream. Let's get that Zelda started. And I'm going to answer the first question. which was Woodkid asked me, "Do I know my house, wand, and Patronus?" Getting ready for Harry Potter. The Wicked, Ravenclaw, a sycamore wand, and an eagle is my Patronus. Don't think I didn't see it. Don't think I didn't see it. So Ravenclaw, which I'm excited for the game. Ravenclaw dorm room actually looked like they put some work into it, but the door sucks. I mean, they just got a knocker. Everybody else got, I think Slytherin has the best door in the game. Thank you, Mr. Anonymous. Hold up, you guys. I need the chat to be quiet real quick. Hit it, hit it. Ah, it hits every time. Every time I play this game, it hits. Let me just fix the screen a little bit because it's set to like when we play PlayStation and stuff. So let me just fix it in a way where we're not seeing all this. I have it locked. Yeah, I have it locked. There we go. Move this just a little bit higher. Oh, this game hits every time, you guys. There we go. Move this just a little bit centered. There we go. Alright, that should look good, right? That looks good. That looks good. Oh, it hits every time. Every time. You guys don't understand, man. If you're in the chat, fire up the questions. If you're watching the replay, ask me questions. I'll make sure that between now and the next time we go live, we're gonna be answering questions. We've already did the we got the forest stone. Sadly, I was doing this idea recordedly, and I forgot to hit record. So we also have the firestone. So we're gonna hit the water. If you guys didn't already see the thumbnail, we got. I'm not psyched about my Patronus, but Slytherin, that's a fire thing. And you have an ash wood wand, ooh, fire. With a unicorn 12-inch, say less. And brittle flex. What is your Patronus? Let me know, but what is your Patronus? And yes, I am excited, man, I'm excited. So yeah, that was the first question Wicked asked me. Let me know if the volume for the game is good. Man. Yo, it hits every time, man. Chicago deep dish pizza or casserole? I can't even tell the difference because I know Chicago pizza is basically soup. But I will go with casserole over Chicago deep dish pizza. A vole, a field mouse? Listen, man. That just means, yo, what's up, Simba? That just means your Patronus could hide into little places, go into places. Mine's a little bit too on the nose with the fact that it's an eagle and I'm part of Ravenclaw. I'm gonna ask myself a question so I can answer. Why Ocarina of Time? Ocarina of Time for me was the first game I ever beat, like from beginning to end. That took me years to beat because I'm a ASL student, English as a second language student. And this game, no dialogue, you have to read. And when you could barely read English and you find a way to just beat the game, you make it happen, man. And yeah, wait, we're heading this way, we're doing the water. So this is why that's one of my favorite games. This is one of the first games I've ever beat. And then when I started getting to like theory fodder and stuff like that, the fact that by the end of this game it branches off to 3 different timelines, and that's when around the time where I started getting into like time travel, you know, like Back to the Future stuff. But what's up, Simba? What's up, man? It's every time. You gonna talk to me again? Alright. Alright, while we go through this super long description of the Zora domain. I'm not reading it. Let's be honest. Everybody has played this game or has seen a Let's Play. I'm just gonna use this game to kind of push out ideas and help my commentary as much as possible. So if you guys have not asked, and oh wait, hold up. Okay, I got one. Most stressful thing this particular game made you do when you were a kid. Most stressful thing that this game made me do. I think the most stressful thing would be the boomerang and arrow mini game. No, I got it. Trying to get Ipana. That was the most stressful thing as a kid. By far the most stressful thing was getting Ipana. Because if y'all know the dude at the ranch, he a cheater, bro. He a cheater. Damn, I could have sworn that there was a hole here. Let's go get our magic beans from this guy. Oh man, eating them spicy Doritos. Go ahead and plant this baby for later. One thing I need to invest in is definitely a Nintendo 64 controller, especially with GoldenEye coming out, because this is not cutting it. It feels weird playing on a Pro controller. But I've played this on everything. Even when I first started, I'll take off my question about your favorite Zelda game because you already answered it. This isn't my favorite Zelda game. This is my favorite top 5 game, if that makes any sense. If I'm gonna say my favorite Zelda game, it's gonna be weird because I know a lot of people don't like it. But I like Twilight Princess, I'm not gonna lie. I like Twilight Princess. It's a tie between Twilight Princess and Majora's Mask. I don't know, I just like when Zelda gets dark. And I feel like for this next game, Tears of the Kingdom, it might get there too. Breath of the Wild kind of did it too, but it was just too empty. And that's saying a lot because, you know, Ocarina of Time, also the overworld is empty. Oh. Chicken, fly over. I remember now. But yes, definitely is a tie between Majora's Mask and... Hold up, wait. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's go. Me, you chicken. It's just on my top 5 games just because it's the first game I ever beat. Like from start to finish, no help. Alright, I'm gonna fire. You see what I'm talking about when it comes to like dead silence sometimes? That's something I just want to fix. As a YouTuber, I just want to fix that. So if nobody has asked any questions, I'm gonna go ahead and fire up one of the random ones. If you could bring back any past fashion trend, what would it be? Any back fashion trend. Alright, around the time where everybody was listening to Kanye West's, not graduation. Yeah, graduation, not college dropout. I had every color of the glasses that had, they weren't glasses, they were just, you know, the Kanye West ones. I bring that back. I bring that back. That was my favorite trend. I can admit, I'll bring that back. Would you ever try to speed running this game? Here's the thing. I've seen like, you know, like the door glitches and stuff like that. And for a lot of people, they like the speed run, you know, just beating the record and trying to, you know, beating Ganondorf with a freaking stick. I enjoy the story enough that I can't speed run it. Like, the thumbnail says we're gonna do the water temple, and I have to try my hardest not to go and beat Phantom Ganon. Like, I have to try my super hardest not to do that. Yo, chicken, relax, bro. Yeah, bro, I had them in every color. I'm not gonna lie, I had them in every color. Since you brought up Doritos earlier, Cool Ranch, Flamin' Hot, or Nacho Cheese? Cool Ranch. Cool Ranch. If it, as nasty as it sounds, when it comes to like, you know, finger licking, Cool Ranch always hits. Flaming Hot is good, but I prefer Ruffles Flaming Hot over Doritos. Oh, the skeleton. I almost fell all the way there. Did I kill him already? He only appears at night. Damn. I should have killed him first. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for nighttime. Wait, did I get the song already? I did. I did a lot of things early on. Yeah, I have this on song. So, let's see, any other questions? Nothing yet? Alright, let's refresh another funny question. If you could bungee jump off any spot, what would it be? I have bungee jumped, and the tallest place I've ever bungee jumped was in Vegas. The, damn, what was it called? It's not so much as bungee jump. The Spadosphere, something like that. It's one of the tall buildings in Vegas. So I've bungee jumped that, and I've also done like the giant swings at amusement parks. All right. Memory serves me right. I shouldn't even have to look at the song. Do I prefer RPGs or JRPGs? Ooh, this is a good one. I like RPGs if you can create your own character. They have sold me, as well as you can actually use the bow and arrow. I'm sold. Now, a JRPG that's really good story-wise, like let's say like Octopath Traveler, I keep those games to myself. As much as I would love to stream them, I keep those games to myself because I just gotta experience them for myself. What made you settle on YouTube, on my YouTube name? My first YouTube name was completely Gary the Snail spelled backwards, like everything. Gary Erag, EHTYRAG. And then when I decided to do YouTube, well, when I was part of a podcast, which was horrible, and I would probably never do a podcast ever again because of that experience. We gotta get the seal and then go back. Okay, yeah. So when I started doing the podcast, and then I got comfortable being in front of the camera, and I felt like I had the personality that could grab people's attention. I was like, this is too confusing. And I think there's still some things that use my username that I still have it as it originally was. So then I was like, okay, I always want to do Gary the Snail because the name Gary, I either get, oh, Gary, like the snail, or Gare Bear, or, you know, like, or like how my mom calls me, Garrucho. Like, those are the nicknames that have stuck with my name. And I always like Gary the Snail because that's how I will introduce myself. I mean, that's how your boy bagged Crystal and everything. Hey, come on. Sound effects, please. That's how your boy bagged Crystal. I was like, hey, what's up? My name is Gary. Like the snail from SpongeBob. Got her. So I can't use Gary the Snail, clearly, because it's copyrighted and SpongeBob and Nickelodeon owns that. So I was like, how's about I just put Gary the and then just spell snail backwards. One of the biggest things that I do like is the fact that when I do explain that to people, is kind of like the pothead moment. It's like, oh, Gary the Snake. Oh, I love that. I love that reaction. So that's why I settled on that name. All right, let's focus on this. Let's see if we could just do it on one time. That dive gets me every time, bro. Come on, we got this. And also, you guys don't also answer the questions yourself. You know, if you have a question, answer it too. I want to know you guys as well. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's grab. Would you rather be Batman or Superman, and why? Ooh, that's a good one. Initially, I think my first knee-jerk reaction would be Batman. But I mean, Superman, bro. Superman's the guy. He could do some stuff, man. Recharge your power with just using the sun. Come on, man. Indestructible. We're not talking about Batman versus Superman, because let's be honest, I think Batman has it 100% of the time with prep time. But if I was to choose between the two, definitely Superman. Come on, man. Yes. Ask another question. If you had to choose a famous person to narrate the story of your life, who would you pick? Initial reaction would be Morgan Freeman. But I think it would be funny to either have Dave Chappelle narrate my story, or Gilbert Gottfried, just because of his voice. I think that would be funny. Rest in peace to Gilbert Gottfried, by the way. I think it would just be funny. Let me ask a question. How are you guys doing? It's been a while. I know it's been a while. I literally I took my vacation to move and everything, and we hit both at the same time. You got this, Link. Light work. Come on. Let's go. I'm missing a coin? I'm missing a ruby? I missed the goddamn ruby. If you had to write a fanfic, what would it be about? Ooh. Your narrator would be Dennis Larry. That's a good one. That's a good one. If I was to write a fanfic, ooh, I don't know if you guys have ever played this game. It's called Prototype. It was on the Xbox. I think also on the PlayStations. If I was to write a fanfic, it would definitely be a mixture of Prototype 2 to be exact, with a mixture of X-Men and Infamous all together in the same universe. That would be a fanfic. Go ahead, just grab this right away. Light work. But yeah, definitely that. I'm always interested in that kind of bio-organic kind of power. Yeah, Prototype was so underrated. I love any... It's not even that I'm from New York. I just love any game that can throw you out in a city with powers. And Prototype, you know, the scaling of the building, the super jumping, all of that. Oh man, so good. Do I need to do anything? I'm not gonna do the fishing thing. Should I head over yonder? Yeah, let's head over that way. Oh man, that Hyrule. Damn. You're stupid, Gary. You can actually exactly, man. What that was when I lucid dream, I lucid dream prototype. Like having to consume people and then take their image or whatever attributes they have. I love it. All right, let's go talk to Granddaddy Owl over here. I want to see somebody remix this to a hip hop song. What's the funniest movie you've ever seen, and what moment made you laugh the hardest? Okay, I need the full camera on me, because this will explain why I like stupid humor like we saw in Saints Row. This is the end with Seth Rogen, Dave Franco, all of them acting as themselves. That movie will always make me laugh. Always. There is like, yo. And the funniest moment from that movie, when Dave Franco is fighting with McBride about who, you know, in one of the corn magazines. And they're just going back and forth, and he's like, if I wanna out everywhere. Yo, that moment gets me all the time. All the time. That, and when this dude is complaining about who stole his phone, literally a crater opens up on the floor, and he's like, yo, who effing stole my phone? And then like it impales him and he's lifted off on the ground. Somebody calls his phone and it was in his pocket the whole time. Yo, that and 22 Jump Street, hands down, will always make me laugh. Mitch, yo, oh man, you know what it is too? I think it's Jonah Hill. I think Jonah Hill just has a way of making me laugh, because even when he's trying to get into character, he's like, I need absolute silence. I need absolute silence. In 22 Jump Street gets me all the time. Everybody always quotes the I am Jeff, but the moment before that always makes me laugh. He's like, I need absolute silence. I do that to Kenny all the time. All the time. That's one of the funniest movies. And then, you know, you have your Jim Carreys and everything. But if I gun to my head, movie that will make me laugh, this is the end, 22 Jump Street. Water Temple, spoiler alert. Let's ask another question. What's the most bizarre food you've ever eaten? Carnival Cruises. They have every other night is like a special menu. So I've eaten shark, I've eaten escargot, which is snail, and I've eaten alligator fritters, which is clearly alligator and frog legs. What I would still like to try, I want to go to New Orleans. I want to eat alligator gumbo. I would try scorpion, I'm not gonna lie. What is my favorite genre of movie? As cliche as it sounds, horror. But I've kind of graduated into psychological horror. Kind of those movies that you have to watch again because it's just, you need to view it twice. Like, not This Is Us, the other Jordan Peele movie, the first one, that was amazing. I'm drawing a blank on it. But movies like that, movies like Fight Club, which is, it's not horror, it's just that type of movie that you just have to watch again because, you know, it has a beautiful twist, and then when you rewatch it, it's like everything falls into place. Like Zodiac is one of them. Not Seven Deadly Sins. What's that movie with not Ben Affleck? I am drawing a blank on this movie. Damn, what was the name of that movie? Seven. Movies like those that you have to watch again. I confused Ben Affleck with I shot the bird in the ass by mistake. My mans, come here. But yeah, movies like that that are like that you have to rewatch again just because, you know, there's a crazy twist. Reservoir Dogs is a famous one because if I'm not mistaken, you're kind of told in the beginning like who's the snitch. When it comes to the I think they pointed it out like there's a moment in the beginning of Reservoir Dogs where they're at the diner and they pay for the dinner and they're like, I'm gonna pay but you give a tip to the waitress. And everybody's so stuck on, you know, the culture around tipping that nobody notices that I believe it's Mr. Pink. No, not Mr. Pink. Mr. Pink is the one that says he doesn't tip. But is it Mr. White? I think it's Mr. White is the one that says he snitches and says, "Oh, it was Mr. Pink that didn't tip." And that's like your hint that he was the snitch all along. He was the undercover. And it's like done super early on. Quentin Tarantino's a genius, even though he has a weird foot fetish. Any other questions? What favorite part was... Oh, Mr. Anonymous says, my favorite part was when Emma Watson robbed him and they said Hermione just stole all of our shit. Yeah, yo, I love that movie so much. So, yo, it's so funny. Or the fact that Jonah Hill, throughout the whole movie, he has an earring and he's like trying to show people off and he's always like touching it. It's like those little subtle things just make me laugh. I think the most recent movie also made me laugh too, which was Don't Look Up. Don't Look Up is a crazy, funny movie, but it's also a great think piece of like what actually happened like during the pandemic stuff. Like that was the parallel I did with this Don't Look Up. The fact that a lot of politicians and everything could have done something, but it was more on the grounds of There you go, my man. I need you to read that. Let's go for another question. If you had to marry one of your high school teachers, who would you pick and why? It took me 5 years to graduate high school because certain issues I won't get into, like fighting and things. I can't get into it, but it took me 5 years, 4 different high schools. But in one said high school, there was a history teacher that everybody knew. She kind of had a taste for young students. So when you needed extra credit, you kind of went to her. She was a history teacher. I wouldn't marry her. And this isn't the first time I had done something with a teacher neither. I think the history teacher was known. She had a specific taste, and if you fit, like, you'll know. She told you, hang up, like, come see me during your lunch period. That's when you knew shit was gonna go down. But this English teacher who was in my credit recovery in my senior year of high school, she was really pretty, and yeah, when we did a few things a couple of times, she could definitely get a ring on the finger. I won't lie. You're stuck in a zombie apocalypse. Which two famous people, living or dead, do you want to team up with to survive, and why? Michael Jackson, Thriller. He can control the zombies. That's in my mind. That's canon. And Kanye. I just have a feeling Kanye would. He talked the zombies back to like a law. I forgot to go grab a fish. She isn't one of the high school teachers. She was a middle school teacher. Mrs. Jaggers. She was a Latina and she was hot as hell. Okay, Wicked. Okay, I see you. You for the Latinas. I see you. But yeah, that was... We're gonna need this later. Do I have enough? No, I think it's 15. I think it's 15 that you need, and then you get a bigger wallet. Okay. Let's also save too. You never know, man. Switch be acting up sometimes. But okay, Wicked, I see you. I see you. If you had the freedom to commit a crime and were guaranteed to get away with it, what would you do? Ooh, definitely steal money from a large corporation in a way that it wouldn't hurt stock investors. But if I could do a crime, it would definitely be that. Like steal the money in a way where I could get away with it but in a way that doesn't. You get what I'm saying? In a way that doesn't hurt the investors or people, you know, like average day Joes on like some Ocean's 13 type of thing. Let's go get this magic spell. I'm gonna need bombs. Is there one here too? I missed completely. Let's try again. This is why you need a 64 control, because it has those grooves. There we go. Yeah, it's so weird playing on a pro controller. Oh yeah, give me that money. I'm broke. I feel you, Wicked. I feel you. Definitely, it will definitely be something like that. Let's go. All right, let's hit another question. How do you, Mr. Anonymous asks, how do you like your steak? Like medium rare? I do medium rare or rare. It depends. It depends on the place. But it's definitely medium rare or rare. It has to be bloody. Definitely bloody. Anybody who has a well done steak, you done ruined the steak. Medium rare if it's a really good steak place where you don't need A1 sauce, nothing, because the steak itself has got the flavor of where they cooked it. Medium rare if it's just one of those places where you just want steak but you're gonna need some sauce on top. So yeah, it definitely depends. As for who I would take to a zombie apocalypse, Wicked says he's taking Norman Reedus and Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson is a good choice. He's a good choice. Even if he won't help you, just to have him along. I didn't even think about Survivor. I'm like in a meme state of mind. Alright, we got our second spell. And this, yo, Nintendo was going hard, man. Alright, we read this one already. Who's the worst person you could be stranded on a deserted island with? Deserted island. Kenny. My brother Kenny. He is a whiner and complainer, which is crazy because you guys know he's an actor. He's trying to get himself into the Squid Games thing that Netflix is doing, as well as Survivor, the actual thing, which I think will make amazing content because this kid complains about everything. He would be the worst. He would be the worst. Hands down. Alright, this is a good question. You have unlimited financing to invent the most ridiculous thing you can think of. What do you make? The most ridiculous thing? You remember in the Pixar movie Up, how the dogs had that thing that would actually help them speak. I'd invent that. I mean, if Elon Musk is trying to make us all talk without speaking by putting a chip in our head, that's what I would do. Come on, big boy. You know you want that fish. What fictional character would you like to be for a day, and what would you do? Fictional character. I wouldn't necessarily say Harry Potter, but definitely a wizard from the Wizarding World. Hands down. Oh, your boy doesn't have a shield. I got it. I knew it. God damn, yo, this I need me a. Oh my god, man, it is horrible playing in. There we go. Yo, it is horrible playing on a Pro Controller. If we're making this a series, I need to buy the Nintendo 64 thing. The boy only has one bullet. Wicked says, I wouldn't take my brother Jeremy. The only person he thinks about is himself and will try to steal everything I collect. Kenny's a whiner. I feel you on that. Kenny is a huge whiner. But I love him. I love my brother. Where you at, Princess Rudo? I know your ass is in here. Love at first sight. What song would you be forced to listen to on repeat in hell? Huh, that's a good one. The tie between the Family Guy with a bird is between that and the new TikTok song, fucking period. Those would be the two songs. That's same question. Same question. Alright, I think we gotta go to a different website now. Okay. We'll go down here. If any of your animals could talk, which one would be the rudest? I think without a doubt, the rudest one, I gotta show you right here. Hands down, the rudest animal I have. Give me 1 second. %1,000% this little lady right here. You see this little lady right here? You go ahead and you try to correct her on anything bad she does. And it's straight up attitude. Straight up attitude for the rest of the day. She doesn't want to see you. She cuts her eyes at you. This would definitely be the rudest dog. Alright, you can go back. Definitely the rudest. Without a doubt in my mind. Barbie World, that's a good one, Wicked. As an annoying song, that's a good one. But you know what? It's a bop. I'm not gonna lie. After the third, fourth time, you in there like, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Fantastic. Alright, let's see. Would you rather have no nose or no arms? No nose, and then I would just cosplay as Voldemort. Dad, what you doing back there, baby? Let's pick another question. What is my all-time favorite game? Ooh, that's a good one. All-time favorite. All around. I would have to say the Kingdom Hearts series. The Kingdom Hearts series is my all-time favorite. I didn't like 3, but when I think of when I started getting into like games, and as a way where it just wasn't like, oh hey, you're just gonna be playing games just to keep yourself busy as a kid. My whole life, my mom, it wasn't that my mom was overbearing, it's that she shielded us a lot from like what normal kids would usually do. So normal kids would be playing Grand Theft Auto at the age of 10. My mom was like, no, if you're gonna play a game, you're gonna be playing on Nintendo because I know those kids are friendly. My mom really paid attention to the ESRB rate when it came to video games, and a lot of the system, one of the big systems that had most of the E for everything, or you know, not we weren't even allowed to play T-rated games until we were teens. So Nintendo, and it would have to, yeah. So I grew up playing Nintendo. Then I turned 13 and we got a joint gift, me and my brother. Kenny's birthday's in May, mine's in June. Mom was like, well, you guys could get one big gift. Mind you, single mother, amazing. I mean, she did hit fame. So we got a PS2, and I think I've told the story before. We were on Fordham Road in the Bronx, and we picked up a slim PS2, and we got 2 games. One of them was Ape Escape. I think it was 2 at that point. That was Kenny's game that he chose. And then I, for whatever reason, saw this case that had Mickey, Donald, and Goofy with these other characters in this silver holographic kind of case, and it just caught my attention. Yo, listen, this is when cover art for video games was at its peak, the PS2 era, because they had to get your attention. There was no internet, there was no trailers like that. Like, yeah, you could go into a game store, play a little demo, but the first thing that had to catch your attention was that cover art. And when I tell you that I went ahead and I picked up Kingdom Hearts 2 and instantly fell in love with that game series, Kingdom Hearts 2, favorite game of all time, hands down. Simple and clean. When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. Come on, man. I don't like the questions on this one. I know we've been sitting here like... Alright, this seems a little bit better. What's one memory from your childhood that you really appreciate? Okay. I'm not a very religious person, per se. But I've always felt like Chrono Trigger is great. I know of Chrono Trigger because of Akira Toriyama, but I have never played Chrono Trigger. That would be an amazing game to do in the Blu-ray Cartridge series, to go back and play Chrono Trigger. Just because I love time travel, and I know Chrono Trigger is the time travel game. So yeah, back to this question. What memory of your childhood do you appreciate the most? So like I was saying, I'm not that much of a religious person. As well as the fact that, I'm not that much of a religious person. But I do believe in the afterlife, if that makes sense. So, as a wee lass... Damn, I should have saved him. As a wee lass, like I stated before, I'm a lucid dreamer. My grandfather was very important in my life. Like every time we went back to my mom's country of the Dominican Republic, we'd go see him, and it would always be like in in between 2 years. Like I said, single mom, she can't vacation that much, but every 2 years we'll go to the summertime to go see my grandfather. And there's this one memory I have. We stayed at a resort. Come on, Link, you got this. Yeah, I gotta press the button again. We would stay at a resort in Punta Cana, and there's just this one memory I have distinctively that where I feel like I'm lucid dreaming and I'm speaking to my grandfather, whether it's to ask for advice or anything. It's that memory. We're sitting in this round kind of thing. There's this tree, and in this tree there's hermit crabs. And I distinctly remember my grandfather showing my brother Kenny hermit crabs, and my brother geeking out like crazy. But whenever I want to speak to my grandfather, it could probably be just my inner subconscious, you know, working its way. I forgot to switch to the minimal stream. Working its way through minimal stream. There we go. Working its way, like whenever I have to work problems in my head, and that's the way that it manifests in my dreams. I'm there. I'm a kid again. I'm around 8 years old. I'm at that tree with my grandfather, and that's the way things just work out for me. Yo, the Z thing on this Pro controller is ass, bro. That's to bring her up, but do I want to bring her up is the question. I don't think I do. Yes, I do. I do want to bring her up because ain't nobody gonna be dealing with this cheapskate. So that's one distinctive memory that I hold dear. I think another one that I appreciate is kind of, I don't know if you guys ever seen that meme where it's like as a kid, you know, you'd hang out with your friends in the neighborhood, and one day you guys just didn't know it was gonna be the last day you guys sat together during the summer or whatever. I could distinctly remember the last day that happened with the kids in the neighborhood that I grew up with. We would sit on this huge rock in the Bronx, and there was a sense of finality to it. Like, even though we were still living, we were neighbors and everything, we were about to get into middle school, and it just felt like the end of that era of like riding bikes and racing up and down hills and stuff. It felt like the end of that. If that makes any sense. Wicked says, I only have one question on my list, so I'll save that for later. Got you, Wicked. You can ask whenever you want. Like I said, I got this random question generator, if anything. Alright, let's try to run through this without falling in the holes. Look at us, dodging left and right. Yeah. Look at that boomerang. You gonna sit right here? We'll be right back. Do I need the boomerang first? I need the boomerang first. Now we're gonna get told off. What makes you want to be a better person? I think the way that my mom raised me always wants me to be, makes me a better person. I always say that every Mother's Day, every Father's Day. I am the man that I am today because of the woman that raised me. She's definitely the reason that I always want to be a better person. The reason why I don't judge people. Link, if you don't stop. Yo, the Z targeting on the Switch is horrible. Yo, I have never in my life of playing this game I've ever seen Link. Really, Navi? Like, why did you have to tell me that when I had the solution? Next question. You could spend a day with someone else. Who would it be? If I could spend a day with someone else. It doesn't say anybody else, it just says someone else. Oh. If I could spend a day with someone else at this moment in time, like right now on my day off, if I wasn't streaming, probably Crystal. If I'm being honest. Not because, you know, she's like the love of my life. She's actually taking her road test tomorrow, and she's extremely nervous. And like, I just know she needs that thing, but the fact that I moved to a different state, I'm in Jersey, you know, she's in New York. It's not that big of a deal. But like, as we speak, didn't I get the fired? I didn't get the fired? Yeah. I just know she needs that support. But she's in good hands. Her cousin is teaching her. And I have she's gonna pass that test. I know she will. And then when she does, nobody's gonna be able to stop her. Nobody's gonna see her again because she's gonna just... God damn it. I ran out of things. I don't know how I thought that was gonna work. I don't think this works. It does! Let's go. What do you think? Why do you think some sunsets are better than others? I mean, this is a random question generator. I'm not picking the questions, but I think some sunsets are better than others because of where you are at that space and time. Like, not where you are in the world, even though, you know, there's certain places where the sunset looks more better than other places. But I feel like where you are mentally at that moment in time is when you could either appreciate the sun, the stars, the moon, stuff like that. It's not to get super spiritual, like the fake people, like, oh, hey, here's my zodiac. I just think when everything's going good and you don't have to worry about money, you don't have to worry about your family, you don't have to worry about your mental health, and you can actually sit there and appreciate something, is when the sunsets look more prettier than others. Next question. What would you change about the state of the world? If I was to change anything about the state of the world, what would I change? I feel like at a certain point in people's lives, for whatever reason it may be, they lose that child wonder of the way you look at the world, be it because, you know, life happens or whatever reason. I think that's what I would change. If you don't lose that thing. Like, I have this theory that when you're a kid, things look bigger and longer in terms of like, oh my god, I remember when I used to walk to school and that took me like 10 minutes. And I could have sworn this block was like super big. But I feel like the reason, aside from you being a smaller person, I think the reason it feels like that is because the way you viewed the world was completely different as you did as now as an adult or as a teenager. Like, that fence wasn't just a fence. Those rocks wasn't just rocks. You know, that can that you just pass by now and you complain that it's just more dirt on your street was a tool for you to kick down and just have fun between point A and point B. So if I could change anything in the world, it would be that. I want people to view the world how they used to, or how most writers talk about it, losing that don't lose your dragons. Yes, Navi, we know. What aspirations do you have for yourself? My biggest aspiration is, as corny as it sounds, is being a person the kid in me would be proud of. Would think is like cool. That works too. I think that's my biggest aspiration. Even when I did the YouTube, I always wanted to be a space where people could just talk freely. Where people can debate without feeling judged. Whether you're any race, any gender, any, you know, sexual orientation. I think that's one of my biggest aspirations. I've always wanted this channel to be a safe place. That's why I do the hood early releases instead of it just being, hey, watch me play this game. It's like, nah, let's come together and let's make a decision whether or not this game is good. As a community, together, all as one. So, I don't know. My aspiration was just always wanting to be the person that, you know, little Gary would look up to. Next question. What was your school experience like? Okay, my school experience was not the best. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Killed them with the booty. One of the biggest reasons was not because I was an ESL student. Because, like, yeah, I was an ESL student, but also I was extremely, I am extremely intelligent. So it's kind of that situation, and I kind of had this in school, and one of the reasons why I never finished college. If I don't feel like I'm being, how do I put this? If I don't feel like I'm being challenged, if it's too easy for me, I won't do it. I won't do it. I was also an honor student. Here's the thing though, when I was a kid, early 2000s, being an ESL student kind of stopped you a lot, whereas now it's kind of like, it isn't like, how can I say? It's not that it's like, oh, hey, yeah, you're an ESL student. It's more the fact that, like, as an ESL student back in the early 2000s, it stopped you from a lot of things. So my grades and test scores were on an honor level, and even when I went to middle school, I was put in an honors class. But then I was an ESL student. And that was in 7th grade, because my middle school, the job that I quit, it went up to 6th grade. So when I went to 7th grade, the placement test for the school that I went to was on an honors level. So I was put in honors class, but because I was an ESL student, come 8th grade, I was put back into ESL class, which was mostly like a bilingual class. And then the same thing happened in college. I went to community college and went to MCC, Manhattan Community College. And I think we need to go back this way. And I went to college for business, and immediately, is it this way or is it this way? No, we came from this way. There was a little slimy we couldn't get through. I always forget this. I believe it's this way, this corridor. Yeah. Z targeting in this is not good. There we go. So yeah, when I went to college for business. And I kid you not, the first 3 classes of my business class was the professor literally taking Ponzi schemes from a ABC show called Greed Money, I think it's called. Literally, like, if you watch yesterday's episode of Greed Money, that's what the Ponzi scheme he was trying to teach of in the business class. And once I feel like, 1, things are too easy, or 2, I feel like I'm wasting my time, I completely check out. And that's how I felt like in college. English class was too easy. Are you proud of yourself, man? I'm trying to carry my future wife. Okay, now that we did all this, I think it'd be best to fall down this way. Yes, sir. Second-hand knowledge here. Next question. What family tradition do you value the most? The family tradition that I value the most, that I believe I started, was birthday, regardless of where we are or, you know, whose birthday it is. At 12 o'clock, at exactly 12 o'clock, whether we had the time to get a actual cake, or even if it's just one of those Nestle cupcakes, candle in the cupcake, exactly 12 o'clock, you're getting told happy birthday. You're getting sung happy birthday. Regardless of whatever plans we have for the next day, where we are, it does not matter. 12 o'clock on your birthday, 12 in the morning on your birthday, you're getting sung happy birthday. Oh crap, how are we gonna do this with this horrible controller? Next question. How would you deal with having one of you... Can't read now. How would you deal with having 1 year left to live if you had cancer? I'm gonna skip this question for personal reasons. What album or musical artist is your favorite? Favorite album of all time will be the first album I ever bought, which was Graduation by Kanye West. First CD I've ever owned. Like, yeah, I used to listen to music. I listen to any type and all type of music, but first album, CD album that I played over and over again, Kanye West's Graduation, which comes with one of my favorite songs, which is I Wonder by Kanye West. One of my favorite songs. Favorite artist at the moment is a tie between J. Cole and Kendrick. Everything they put out, for me at least, is just amazing. What's your most favorite movie? My most favorite movie. Damn. Alright, so let's go into different genres. Movie that can always make me cry because I'm very numb to like crying. Like I will numb myself so I don't feel those things. But you can't do that all the time. Sometimes the cup overfloweth. The movie that I watch to make myself cry is The Green Mile. Green Mile will always make me cry. Don't let them put me in the dark. John Coffey, oh man, gets me every time. Favorite funny movie, you guys already know. Favorite movie of all time. It will probably be a tie between Beauty and the Beast. I feel like Beauty and the Beast is one of the most perfect Disney princess movies. It's between that and, oh man, favorite movie series, Harry Potter, hands down, over Twilight. Even though I love Twilight, but hands down movie series, Harry Potter. Favorite movie, that's the thing, I can't even call Endgame and Infinity War a movie. I feel like those were events, so I can't call them a movie. If I was gonna go superhero, it would probably be Iron Man. Iron Man for me kicked it all off. Ah, snap, here we go. We can get another question while we run around. What's the first thing you think of when you wake up? The first thing I think of when I wake up is having to walk the dogs. Before, in the old place that we rented, it was there was a backyard, so I'll just let the dogs roam out and then I'll clean up after. But yo, it is so hard to move with this controller. God damn it. The animated version or the release with Emma Watson? Animated version, hands down. Although I will say the Emma Watson one is one of the best live action Disney movies that they have released. This is so much easier to do with a controller that has those grooves, so you can just hit that corner. Ah, this is so hard to do with this controller. I'm about to just let you hit me. Hit me again, so you can turn around. Nobody got no time to be running after you. But definitely the animated version. It's just like when I think of Disney movies, like that gives me those vibes. I know one of these is gonna have a thingy thing, so let's. I'm not gonna need this right now. There we go. NYC Majestic. If anybody does not know, this is one of my best friends. You guys should know that one of my best friends does my thumbnails. The other one helps me come up with video ideas. This is that friend, NYC Majestic. He's the one who made me see Smash Brothers in a completely different light. And honestly, I would not have started this channel if it was not for him. Me and him always sitting down late night thinking about ideas on how we're gonna do this and how we will play it out. And I still have to promise him to one day make this Monster Hunter video. I promise him that. That's his baby. That project, whenever we decide to do it, that is his baby. Monster Hunter game. But yeah, that's NYC Majestic. But yeah, Majestic. I don't want to call you by your name because you and Dr. Susio are the same in that way. I love the place. My room is like a little bit bigger than my last room. I think I'm like 90% done with this room. I just need to do one more thing in the ceiling, and it should be completely finished. Which I think I could tell you guys. I want to do the LED clouds, and I want to kind of tie that into when I do sound effects like this. Whenever my Stream Deck wants to work. Which I know how to do, but I'm working on it. But yeah, I love the place. I'm not that far away. I think even from your house, NYC, is like 20 minutes. It's great. It's great. I'm living the suburban life, which I love. It's 1000% quiet over here. I think the only thing is one time we'll probably hear the railroad, which is like a couple blocks away. But I love it here. I love it. And it's like I told you, this place is mine. Not to get too into it, but one of the things that always set me off as a kid, not set me off, but it was like, you know, as a guy, you know, people joke around things that, you know, may bother you in the future. One of those things was the fact that living with a single mom, nobody really talks about how nomadic that life is. You know, my mom always wanted to keep us off the streets because she saw how easy it would have been to get caught up in the, you know, certain lifestyles that you can get caught up in New York City. So whenever a problem arose, or, you know, there may have been a better situation where we could, you know, thrive in, we were always moving. This is why this is special. Not only just being a homeowner, this is permanent. Like, there was a time in my childhood that every year we moved. If I was to count off the top of my head, we moved more than plus 14 times. From me being a baby to me being 28 years now. But yeah, I love it here. That's one of the reasons why, like I said, is extremely special. Like, this place, it's ours. God damn it. Let me kill this guy. You know what also makes it not good? Is the fact that I'm playing on this aftermarket Pro controller, because Kenny went to his friend's house and took my actual name brand Pro controllers. So this thing, it's good. I love the fact that it lights up and everything, but it's the thumbsticks are very, very, like, it's good for fighting games, I'll say that. But for like an old school Nintendo game where you need to be super precise in your movements, not the best. Like, for instance, that was supposed to be the boomerang. That was supposed to be the boomerang, and I took out a bomb. And then instead of throwing it, I completely jumped off. Can I hit both of them? Here comes this annoying ass beeping. Let's get another question up. What do you look for in a partner? What do I personally look for in a partner? That completely depends. I'm more personality over looks. Looks is, you know, always a plus, but personality is also very important. If I'm gonna be with somebody, they have to be smart. I can't date dumb again. I cannot. I dated dumb one time and it was not worth it. So I think that's one of the biggest things. They have to have a good head on their shoulders. Shit, I needed the box. Come on, Link. There we go. What's your most favorite movie? We answered that already. I think we hit the bottom of this. What would you do if you had to raise children alone? Ugh. I don't think I would have children if it was to raise them alone. Not to say my mom didn't do a good job with me, but I don't see myself being with someone. I don't see myself being a weekend dad. It's not in my plans, and I also don't see myself being with someone. I wouldn't do it. There's a lot of. Got this one. There we go. There's another skull thing in here. Yeah, I don't think I would even consider. Do I want to have children when I'm younger? When I'm older? Yes. Younger would be weird. I do. I think if I was to choose, I would prefer a daughter over a son. Anybody in the live chat has any questions for me? I'm an open book. You guys can ask. You know what's crazy? I never understood the importance of these things until like I was a bit older. Alright, next question. What's important to you in life? What's important to me in life? If I was to choose, my dogs, my mom, my friends. Money isn't that important to me. It would be cool to, you know, make money off of YouTube eventually in the future, 1000%. But it's not that important. My mom taught me from a young age, money comes and goes, and there's no reason not to be financially wise with your money, but you don't take that with you. What's my top comfort food? Mr. Anonymous says his is pudding. Really, pudding. Comfort food would definitely be either pizza or hot dog. No, you know what? Sandwich. Homemade sandwich. Homemade sandwich. Not Subway, not SubHub. Homemade sandwich. This is one of the reasons why Crystal... Yo. Her sandwiches, fire. She made me the sandwich one time, and she sprinkled some of, you know, the Parmesan cheese you use on like pasta. She sprinkled some of that on that. Yo, what size of chips? Becoming a vegetarian is one big mistake. I'm gonna pass that one down to her, Wicked. Let's see. What are you looking for in a friendship from others? Friendship. One of the biggest things that I look for, like let's say with NYC Majestic. NYC Majestic could be having the worst day possible, and he will always find a way to not only make you feel special, but make you laugh without even trying. Another thing I appreciate from NYC Majestic is he's unapologetically himself. He does not hold truths to make you feel good. He will tell you. Like if you see some of my early videos, I used to do this thing called what was it called? Doggy break, where I will literally stop the video, and I'll do some stupid things with my dogs. And NYC Majestic was like, "That's the most stupidest thing ever." He's like, "You're my best friend, but I literally click off every time you do that." And it hurt my feelings because I thought it was a dope idea. But sometimes you need somebody like that in your corner. He's not mean, he's just very truthful, and you never need a yes man in your corner. And NYC Majestic is not a yes man. Gary, I know this game is old as hell, but spoilers, man. One day I'll get back to finishing it. I can't believe you haven't, man. I can't believe you haven't. Shame on you. What? I wonder, NYC, what are you playing now? You still on Monster Hunter right now, or? And how are you, by the way? I know I say this is another thing I also like about friends. Friends that are not high maintenance. Like me and NYC, we don't need to talk every day. I think the last time we spoke was before I was even moving. And it's always love. Ooh, get your ass here, boy. Get your ass here. One more. Last one. Come on, man. There we go. Dead. Finito. Finish. Let's go. That's one thing, NYC, you know how certain people have quotables? Like, I would say that's one of his catchphrases. It's like, spoilers, Gary, spoilers. By the way, if you guys haven't, NYC Majestic makes amazing music. Amazing music. Here's another thing. In my intros from my recorded videos, you'll see me, because I animated all of that, you'll see me walking down the street coming out of my car. I drive a Dodge Charger. But as I'm passing by, you can kind of catch a glimpse of someone that I animated playing the guitar. That's NYC Majestic. That's just a little Easter egg from, you know, if you pay attention to the channel. The other person is definitely Sloppy, the one who does all my thumbnails. NYC says, I'm good, yeah. I'm on Monster Hunter Sunbreak, but I need to play the Live Alive remake from the Octopath people. Got you. Ooh, what was your favorite thing from the new direct? I know Octopath Traveler 2 you was hyped for. I know that Fire Emblem you hyped for, boy. I know you, when you guys saw me live, when you guys saw me live reacting to the thing, and I kept saying, my friend this, my friend is gonna be hyped for this, that's NYC Majestic. NYC Majestic put me on Fire Emblem, and he actually taught me the proper way how to play Smash. That's my coach. Yes, I sold the BMW. You've been in my new car. NYC, you've been in my new car, the one with the lights on the top that I did myself. You've been in the new car when we've gone to Sloppy's house. I did sell the BMW, yes. I sold that to get the Dodge. This is when we get proposed to. Let's see, new question. What is the first thing you think of when you sleep at night? Fire Emblem and Pikmin 4, yeah. I don't know if you've seen the replay from when I did that, but every time I'm mentioning you, because one of my dreams is for one day to be sitting here and right next to me is NYC Majestic and Sloppy Joe right here. That is my dream. One day. It's gonna happen. He does not want to be in front of the camera, but I'm gonna make it happen. I promise you. When I'm big enough and I get, let's say, like a Monster Hunter early release from the developers themselves, I know he's gonna be right here. I have a future fishwife. Yep, you already know. Which was funny because when I was pushing ideas for the thumbnail, it was between the one that we decided on, which is me fighting the boss dressed as Link, and one where Princess Ruto is kind of blushing at Gary. You thought it was a different BMW? Well, that's that's a nice Dodge you got there. Couldn't tell the difference. Thanks, man. I appreciate the fact that you can't tell the difference between cars. But yes, the last few times we've gone to Sloppy to go see the UFC fights, it's been in the new car. Let's go. And we already got that spell. I think the only thing left for us to do... We got the spell. I think the only thing left for us to do is go exchange the gold skull... The gold spider skulls for whatever we unlocked. And then we good. We turn in big. Because we already have Ipana's song for when we turn big. Yeah. Alright, video's almost coming to an end. Let's do the dive. I wonder if I do the dive, head that way, go up this way, would the owl still be there? Let's see if it works. Did I forget to get the fire spell? Am I Wicked? Am I bugging? Isn't the fire spell over in the volcano? Where am I going? Owl. I think the fire spell is in the volcano. If I'm not mistaken. Alright, new question. We answered this one. We answered this one. Let's go to another one. Go to another website. Generate random stupid questions. Let's go. Yeah, these are stupid for no reason. Let's take that flight back. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think the fire spell, you get that in the volcano. After you get the Bigoron hammer, I think it's that thing right there. Because I know you need the fire spell for the Dark Temple. For when the shits is shitsin', you know. Alright, let's see. What is something immature you think your parents do? Something immature that I think my mom does. I think I also inherited this as well. We kind of hold in things and then lash out. What game are you most looking forward to in the next year? Gotham Knights, I hope, is really good, which is what we're going to be streaming. God of War, definitely. Pokemon looks amazing. I think next year though, if we're talking about next year, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. 1000% in May. I'm looking forward to that one. %1,000%. I am definitely looking forward to that Zelda game. Now, I don't think Pikmin is coming out next year, but if it does, if it's dropping Pikmin as well, I love me some Pikmin. I just noticed I never fixed my keyboard. Never put like the little ramps. But yeah, definitely those. I don't think Tekken is coming out next year, but Tekken looks good. Ooh, Street Fighter. Definitely Street Fighter. I have plans for Street Fighter. If I could get my hands on an early copy, definitely. But I want to start Street Fighter with a fight stick. Because I play games. Look at me, getting clapped. I play games the same way I watch animes. If I happen to come across an anime I really want to watch, and for whatever reason first episode plays in English, I have to finish the series in English. Or if I started it playing the right way in Japanese, then, or watching in Japanese, then that's how I have to finish the series. Because I done already put the voices to the characters, I can't go back. And not to say that it's a new game, but I am looking forward to playing Cyberpunk again. Cyberpunk Edge Runners, really good anime, and I'm interested in playing that again. I don't know if I want to live stream it or probably do a video series on it, but yeah. The Breakers game looks dope too. Dragon Ball Z Breakers. I think there's gonna be like some memeable moments. I mean, the fact that you could play with the shotgun farmer. But is it worth $60? I don't think so. You're hoping that the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake is released next year? Yeah. Yeah, and we haven't heard anything about the Star Wars game, the second part of Not Force Unleashed. Iconic ass song, man. Yo, the music in this game just hits all the time. This is one of the reasons why I also want to play this. I want to kind of build up a Zelda, not community, but a Zelda audience. So that by the time May comes around, we have our few that are actually going to be interested in this game. Because I have my Dragon Ball Z audience when I do the Majin stuff. I have my fighting game audience for that. I have my Hood early release audience, so on and so forth. But I really want to build up a Zelda audience. So once, you know, Tears of the Kingdom comes out, we have our audience set. Yes, the one with Cal Kestis. That second one. That first one I played by myself because I was kind of like play testing it to see if I wanted to make a video series on this. This is what happened. As I was playtesting it, two things happened. I fell in love with the game and I was like, I'm keeping this for myself. And then the modded version of Budokai Tenkaichi 4 came out and I was like, I'm gonna do that for the summer series. But yeah, that was gonna possibly be that was gonna possibly be a contender for a summer series. Let's go cash in those skulls. Those gold skeleton skulls. But yeah, that one was amazing. I mean, I had already watched the Let's Play, so a lot of the things that would have surprised you didn't surprise me. But so excited for that. Got another question going on. What country sounds interesting but you know very little about? Kenny went to Germany. He loved Germany, but yeah. I actually dated a half Dominican, half German girl when I was in my teens. Oh, this song hits all the time. Oh man, this game, every town. There you are. I knew we helped somebody out. Let's go. Really helped them out, right? Yeah. You know what's one thing I've never been able to do? Was help everybody. And I don't think I have the patience to do that. Sorry. You could play a prank on any historical figure. Who would you pick and what prank would you do? Any historical figure. George Washington. And it would be the your hand's bigger than your face, then you have cancer, and then pat, slap him in the face. That's a go-to prank. That's a dumb question. That's also a stupid question. What is something the old you today? What is something about you today that the old you would find surprising? Without getting too bleak, probably the old me would have never thought I would make it to 28. I was clinically depressed and suicidal and I never thought I'd make it to 20, let alone 28, let alone buying a house, being confident enough to talk in front of, you know, a camera and record videos. Never would have thought about it. No! God damn it. Let's say. Let's also remember how to play the Sun song. I think it's left up down. No, left up right. Right down up. Napoleon, I will put something he wants on a very high shelf. Oh, that's funny with kids. Let's see. Same question. What is the last thing that you totally overreacted to? The last time I overreacted. That's the thing. That's just part of my thing because I hold so many emotions in. There's a saying that Crystal always says. It's in Spanish, but I'll translate it. The saying is, "Tú te ahogas en un vaso de agua," which means you'll drown yourself in a cup of water. Or it better translates to crying over spilled milk. You know, anything that's small kind of makes me, it doesn't rage me out, but it completely ruins my day, if that makes any sense. But it also depends on how I'm feeling. This is what I've been trying to do. Yo, it is so hard to walk with a pro controller in this game, man. Like, you have to line it up perfectly. I'm gonna fall off. I need that other red ruby. Let's go. Link being Link, just breaking broken pots. That was stupid. Can your boy at least get 170? Can I at least get 170? Alright, let's move to another question. What's the most difficult thing about being you? It kind of relates to the same last question. When I get overwhelmed, I tend to sorry. I tend to shut down. We're gonna need that for when we turn big. Do I have any more of the mask that I could do? Can I do this one? I don't think I can sell that mask yet, because the dude's not running. Alright, man, let's turn big. Let's turn big. Let's go get tricked by Ganondorf. boys, what you guys doing back there? No. I'm gonna try to do it off memory. Let's go. I only remember that because of Majora's Mask. What situation is sure to make you cry? I think losing one of my dogs, definitely. Losing one of my dogs would definitely be one of those situations that will make me cry. What's an example of when you changed your mind? Example when I changed my mind. I think most of those things come from an outside source, if that makes sense. Like when I'm thinking of a video idea and in my mind I think is the most smartest idea ever, and I've run it by my friends and they're like, I don't think so. That's when it'll change my mind, because the Sword of Evil's Bane. Man, what? When I reached this as a kid, man. Let's go. Let's go. I think we have time for like 2 more questions. Of all the things you bought in your life, what has been the worst purchase? Worst purchase. This microphone. Even though it works well and it sounds well, the drivers within this microphone don't work well with my gaming laptop. I have an Asaurus 17G, and the drivers that they have for this mic doesn't work well with my laptop, and that's why sometimes when I start a live stream, you will hear me sounding like a chipmunk, is because there's a glitch in the microphone. The thing is, I don't know until either you guys tell me, or if I have like my screen in the background and I take it off, mute. What's your plan for surviving a zombie invasion? My plans for surviving a zombie invasion will probably be Negan. I think I would go evil. I'm not gonna lie. As sweet as I am to everybody, I would probably go evil. The Master Sword, the evil destroying sword that you pulled out of the pedestal of time. Yo, when I was a kid and I saw this, my boy, look at my boy. Oh, this hyped me up to the extreme, man. What do you wish you had more talent doing? Huh. What do I wish I had more talent doing, Coco? I wish I had more talent in speaking, not speaking my mind. I have no issue speaking my mind. I have no issue speaking to, women. I think just speaking with you guys. Like, one of the best things I love about, doing YouTube and stuff is the editing. But being in front of the camera, I love, because I get to interact with you guys. But I also wish I was better at speaking. This is why we're doing this, so I could get used to talking to the camera. So I'm being entertaining and not always moving my hand Like a baga boopy bada ba ba ba. What I don't like about myself, Wicked says, is I have a trouble walking since I have a degenerative joints. The Tourette's is kind of fun because I don't have a filter. I feel you on that, Wicked. Thank you for sharing that with me. I had no idea that you had that. But one, I'm glad you shared that with me. Second, I feel you. I don't feel you, but I kind of get it. My mom has lupus. So when it comes to the like joints locking up, and sometimes especially when it's cold out, like your body completely just shutting down on you, I feel you on that a lot. And it's good that you've come to terms with your Tourette's. Let's go, Spirit Bomb. Everybody do it with me. Do it with me. Find the other sages and save Hyrule. Love it, love it. Now you can learn the Song of Storms. Yep, yep. That was one of my favorite little side quests. Well, not a side quest because you actually need to learn it in order to open up one of the temples. Go Sheik. Ah, man. Every time Sheik teaches you a song, the bop. Ah, come on, man. Yo, the jam sessions with Sheik was amazing, man. My favorite one is the Bolero. Oh man. Love it, love it. I'm sorry. I know I'm not talking. It's just, yo, this is Link coming out of that hyperbolic time chamber. Yeah, she doesn't let you turn big. Alright. Stay here. Turn this way. There we go. This is a great place to leave it at. Let's switch over here. What is going on with my Steam Deck, man? I have to press the button like 100 times. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for everybody in the live that asked questions. I hope you got to know me a little bit better. I hope that once you hit that subscribe button, you know who you're subscribing to and you do not regret it. Thank you guys for being patient while, you know, being away for a whole week and not streaming or putting up anything. More Zelda, more things to come. For anybody watching the replay, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, helps out the channel. and drop down questions. I'll answer them from here to the next time that we do another blowing cartridge. Now, different from my other live streams, blowing cartridge, like I said, it's either a vlog or we play some old school video games. Right now we're doing Ocarina of Time. It would be an honor to finish up like the whole entire game on my channel, just because, like I said, it's the first game I ever beat. But let me go ahead and close this up. Like I said, blowing cartridge is completely different. Is a completely different kind of like outro, and I know I've written it down. Even the controls telling me, yo, hurry up. Let me see, where did I put it? My outro for blowing cartridge. I got something special for y'all, okay? Just be patient. Here it is. Alright. I love every single one of you guys. Thank you for joining me. Like I said, leave a comment. If you have any questions you want to ask me, anybody in the replay, make sure you ask me anything. I'll answer it throughout the week until the next time we live stream. And just remember, in life, you may not get it right the first try. So I implore you to keep on keeping on, never give up, because whatever you set your mind to will come into fruition, and that obstacle that took you forever to hurdle will become as easy as blowing cartridge. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys on the next time. Got more content coming out for you guys. Love every single one of you guys. And if nobody has said it, I am proud of you. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your week. So next time I see you guys. Peace out.
Squad, squadettes, squadrinian. Welcome. But before we proceed any further, you know the rules. Come here, accept this air hug. How you doing? You good? How's your day? How's your evening? How's your night? Good? Alright. How's work? Alright. I hope wherever you are, by the time you're hearing this or whatever you get to hear this, wherever you are, East Coast, West Coast, overseas, I hope you are in good health and in good spirits. If you're not in good health, I hope you're as healthy as you can be. And if you're not in good spirits, then I hope by the end of this experience, that is our first mixtape, Recaída Paradise. If I can get you to feel anything, any kind of emotion, put you in a better mood in any way possible from any of these songs or the whole thing, I've done my job. So with that being said, if you're kickbacking and relaxing, kick the feet up. If you're driving, drive safe. If you're working out or whatever you're doing, yeah. So let me not ramble on any further. With that being said, let's get into it. Let me get a yay. Let's kick this journey. No, let's continue this, alright?